Good morning, you guys. It's Sunday. Michael normally works on Sundays, but he has today off, and we're gonna get a few things done. We did have our camping trip, and so there's a lot of laundry and stuff to be done. So the other things I want to do is I want to work out in the garden. I need to do some serious weeding. The weeds are just horrible right now. I also want to fertilize everything, mulch again, and I'm gonna take my peas down and plant some pole beans in their spot. So that's kind of our plan for today. I think later Michael's gonna barbecue some chicken, and I need to make some, they're called moose farts. They're like a dessert for his friend. It's his birthday today. So that's kind of our plan. I think we might go into town and go to Lowe's and pick up a few things, but I'm not sure. We're just gonna try to get as much done around here as we can. So these are what my peas look like right now on the trellis. So you can see they're brown and dried up. They died when we had the heat stroke a couple weeks back. There still are some green pods, but I've been trying to let them dry out, and they're starting to. I do have a few that are more dried out, but I want to save the seeds. But I'm being a little impatient, and I'm sick of it taking up space when I could be growing something else. So I'm gonna pull these out today. It might be kind of hard because I'm worried about the roots running into my other plants, but I'm going to rip these out and save the pods to dry, and then I'm going to plant some pole beans in their place. Alright, they're all pulled out. It looks so naked. So hopefully there's enough time left in the season to get the pole beans to grow. It's kind of an experiment at this point. So I was going to pick all the green peas off, but I think what I'm going to do is I have them hung upside down, and I'm just going to let them to continue drying. This week we're supposed to get some really hot weather, like 104 I think is the hottest. So I'm just going to let these dry out naturally instead of picking them. I just have them hung up on the side of our chicken coop. I have these 2 lemon cucumber plants. There's one right here and then one over here, and they're full of lemon cucumbers. So I'm going to take a second and take all those off. So these are the lemon cucumbers that I just harvested, and each plant still has like 4 or 5 that are still growing. And then now I'm over here in the green bean patch, and these plants are loaded. So I'm gonna pick some green beans, and we'll probably eat those with dinner tonight. This is why it's important to use scissors to pick your tomatoes and not your fingers. I just ripped off this whole little branch, which is a bummer, but oh well. This, I thought that I didn't end up with one of the Chef's Choice, but this is one of the Chef's Choice tomatoes, and they're so beautiful. Bummer that I ruined these 2, but I guess I learned my lesson. This is the garden haul for today. Lots of lemon cucumbers, enough green beans for dinner tonight, a few tomatoes, and some really wonky cucumbers. I'm not sure why they look like this. But yeah, that's the haul for today. This hummingbird feeder has been out for a couple weeks now, and the hummingbirds are actually getting pretty used to us. We can get pretty close to them. On my list of things to do today is fertilize the garden, both vegetables and flowers. This is the fertilizer that we use, Alaska Fish Fertilizer. On the back it'll tell you how much to dilute it to. This bottle will last a really long time. This is 2 pounds. So this is my favorite. My mom told me about it, and this is just what I use. So I'm going to start fertilizing. It's going to take a while because there's a lot to fertilize. Also, do not get this on your hands. It smells absolutely putrid. While I've been working in the garden, the kids and Michael have been laying some more gravel. There was lava rock back here, and last year we hired 2 teen boys to come and take most of it out, and they did. And then some weeds grew, so we killed the weeds. And now they're laying the extra gravel from the shed pad back here, and it already looks a million times better.
On motorcycles.
Okay. The kids are coloring birthday pictures for Michael's friend. Oakley drew this one. A motorcycle, a leg. Oh, I like your. Is that a frog?
Yeah.
That's cute. And then a dog and a house. And then Barrett's doing a Rudolph one. So I'll show you what it looks like when he's all done. All right. It's a little after 11. We just got done doing kind of like a snack lunch. We ate like cucumbers and crackers and cheese and meat. And now I'm going to head into the kitchen and make those moose farts for Michael's friend's birthday. It's a super simple recipe and they're really good. I've made them one time before, I think for Father's Day, and I gave them to like my dad, my grandpa, and everybody loved them. So I'm going to put those together. I'll show you guys really quick what the recipe calls for. So this is the recipe that I'm going to use. It's a no-bake type of dessert, which is super nice. And it calls for simple ingredients. I need a 1/4 cup of butter. I need to melt that. Graham crackers, chocolate chips, vanilla, shredded coconut, a can of sweetened condensed milk, and that's it. It's super simple. I'll link this recipe in the description box below. It's from rockrecipes.com. So you're going to take your graham crackers and you're just going to mash them up. Barrett's going to do that for me. Okay, so I have all of my ingredients prepped, and now what we're going to do is mix the condensed milk, butter, and vanilla.
Wow. I'm excited.
And then you're going to add the vanilla, and I have the melted butter over here. So then you're just going to mix that up. Excuse me. Just so that everything is incorporated. That's all mixed up. We're going to pour in the graham crackers. You want to do that, bud?
Yeah.
Good job. And thank you. Yep. Go ahead. Chocolate chips. Ooh, I should have got a bigger bowl. And the coconut. All of these, the breadcrumbs, coconut, and chocolate chips were each 1.5 cups. Oh yes, I definitely should have got a bigger cup. A bowl. So now you just mix everything up. Super simple, super easy. Oh no, I'm gonna have to switch to a bigger bowl. Okay, so I mixed it all up. It honestly looks a little too wet, so I'm just gonna add a little bit more graham cracker crumb. I can't remember if I had to do that last time, but it just didn't look quite right. Okay, that looks better. Okay, so super simple. Everything's mixed, and now we're just going to put this in the fridge for an hour so it can set, and then we're gonna roll it into balls. So it's been cooling for an hour. And the next step is to just get a little bit of the, I'm going to call it dough, and roll it together, and then roll that in graham cracker crumbs. And that's what it looks like when it's done. So you're just going to roll all of these, and then you're going to place them on a cookie sheet lined with parchment paper. And then stick them back in the fridge so they can continue hardening. And then once they're completely cooled and set, you can put them in a like plastic container. But you do have to keep them in the fridge. So here they are all rolled out. I'm just going to pop these in the fridge so that they can continue hardening. And like I said before, they need to keep refrigerated. You can't leave them out on the counter or they'll kind of get soft. But That's it. They're done. I did notice on the recipe, it says that the total time to make these is 20 minutes. And that's completely wrong. It's probably closer, not counting the time that it takes to refrigerate, probably more like 40 minutes. So just wanted to give you guys that tip. Is it labeled wrong?
You know, I think it is labeled wrong. Because I remember having this issue last time too.
Barrett's getting a new light fixture in his room. Hopefully this one's brighter than the other one. Oh. Ooh, fancy.
How dare you, Barry?
Oh, that's so much better.
Yeah, and there's a whole bunch.
Oh yeah, look at all those berries.
Yeah, look at all those things.
Ooh, those are ginormous ones.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, each get a container.
Okay. And then we'll pick some.
Yep.
Okay.
Thank you. All right, you guys pick the lower ones. I'll pick the top ones.
Well, I'm probably tall enough for it.
Yep, you can pick the middle ones, and Bear will pick the low ones.
Those are sour.
Let me see. All right, the kids and I just got back from the park. We picked a bunch of blackberries, and my plan for those blackberries is to make blackberry syrup tonight. I think I have everything that I need. I don't have a sieve, but I do have cheesecloth, so I think I'm gonna do that. So once the kids go to bed, and I'm not having distractions, I'll go ahead and make that the syrup. I won't add that into this video. I'll make a separate video for that. But yeah, let me show you guys how many we picked. We picked 3 of these. I think these are quart size. I'm not exactly sure how many blackberries we need. I believe the recipe I looked at called for 8 cups, so hopefully this is enough. I'll have to measure it out.
Watch me do it to get spicy. Yeah, when I ate your hair and
Ate my hair and it was spicy.
That looks so good.
That was supposed to be barbecue sauce.
All right, guys, it's 7 o'clock and Michael just ran into the store here in town to get some ice cream for the kids and I. And then we're gonna go back home, eat that, kind of relax with the kids for a bit. I thought about making the jam tonight, but I don't want to be rushed. So I think I'll just make it in the morning before the kids get up. Or not jam, syrup, blackberry syrup. So I think I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna get some things prepped though, wash some jars, get my water bath canner out. So I think that's my plan for the end of the evening. I just wanted to say thank you guys so much for tagging along today. Daddy giving me the bird.